Hey guys, hey, how you guys are doing? Is you doing because today is Wednesday. For some reason I thought today was Thursday. It's typical for me. So today I kind of wanted to go back and talk about the video yesterday where I talked about what happened with my original gastric bypass, because there's a lot of questions and I knew there would be. So I'm here to answer them. Here I need help. Send some help. Just send help. Anyway, so what shall I say first? Okay, so there is a statute of limitations on medical malpractice, medical negligence, etc., etc. Hindsight is 20/20. I can't do anything about it. I have talked to lawyers. I legitimately cannot do anything about it because I will lose. Okay, so I need that to be forefront in this conversation, is that because I waited too long, because I didn't know there was an issue until last year when I had my revision done, I have no course of action. Now, when in 2015, when I had my band over bypass put in, had we known at the time that I only had 75 centimeters, then I could have been like, the fuck, I want to sue. I can't do that now. I've waited too long. And yes, that really sucks. It does. It sucks. I hate it. But it's a life lesson. Okay? You have to have some kind of silver lining put on everything. That is what I try to do more often than not. Now, I'm not saying that I don't get depressed. I'm not saying that I don't have a pity party, because, hello, you guys are here. You've seen them. But I try really hard to spin a positive after I process things. So after I process the fact that, number one, I can't do anything about it. I've waited too long. Number two, I can't do anything about it because I can't do anything about it. And number three, what good is being angry going to do for me? Like, what could possibly healthy amount of and not even that, but like, what would being pissed off and being like, oh, more woe is me because they didn't give me what I thought they were going to give me, how is that going to help me at all? And I got something in my nose meat. It's not going to help me at all. I could sit here all day long and cry my eyes out and be like, poor pitiful Nirvana didn't get what she thought she was going to get. Poor pitiful Nirvana, you know, they didn't do what I thought that they were going to do. Oh, poor pitiful Nirvana. Why don't I sit here and eat my feelings? Why don't I just sit here because I broke my ankle? Poor pitiful Nirvana. I don't do that. Well, that's a lie. I do that, but then I call myself on my own bullshit, and then I turn it around. And that's what I have to do with almost every situation. Matthew leaving for Korea, I thought would just level me. I thought I would not survive this. I'm wrong. A lot of times, guess what? I'm wrong. So, for the last month, I have been mulling over, okay, well, there's nothing I can do about it. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do to make me not angry? What can I do to move on? I'm going to say the words again because I think they're important. Move on. Because as long as I'm worrying about what they didn't do, the shit that I've had done that I didn't need to have done, is only going to further my downward spiral of depression and angst and anxiety and being pissy and being unhappy. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to get my ankle back to where it needs to be. I want to take my damn vitamins. up my damn calcium, put on the stupid brace, and I want to get back to my life. Like, that's the only thing that I have, you know, in the forefront of this right here, is that I can't sit here and bitch and moan and complain of what could have been. I've done plenty of that the last 4 years. What could have been. But it wasn't. It wasn't. That was not my freaking path, guys. Like, that was not meant for me. But this will show you that even with 10%, you could still do something with it. You can still do something with it. If it's only 10%. Only 10% still gave me 10%. It still helped me in one way or another. Even if it was mostly a placebo effect in my head, that I had exactly what I was supposed to have and that I fucked it up, it was still something that I had to go through and that I had to find myself. I had to there's so many times where I've had to rein my ass back in. I've had to be like, knock it off. You know, there's so many times that, you know, I could blame everything. I could blame, because I didn't get the meds that I needed. I'm bipolar. Depression, anxiety, and social issues, and panic attacks, and oh God, this is all the reasons I'm fat, and my background, and my dad's dead, and my brother died, and I was 500 pounds and in a wheelchair. Jeez Christ, y'all. There's so much I could bitch and whine about, and I have in the past. But that's in the past. That I can't do anything about that now. I can't travel back in time and be like, put that fucking cookie down. What's wrong with you? I can't do that. I can't slap food out of my hands and be like, hey, you don't need that. Hey, it's okay that they died. It's okay. You will eventually get over this. This is not you. I can't do that. I can't go back and be like, this is not the person you're meant to be. You will get better. I had to go through all of those things, all of the up and downs, a lot of downs, in order to find myself. And am I done? No. I don't think that I'm done yet. And I don't think anybody is fully done yet. There's always more things to learn. There's always more things to achieve. There's always more things for you to do to make yourself a better person. There are always things that you can do. So trying to sue these people is a waste of my time. I saw what happened. I understand what happened. I know why. You know, talking to Dr. Rollins, he's like, some doctors, and the doctor I had, who was the lead case on my, he was the lead on my case, was a very old doctor. Okay, so, excuse me. And they had the best ratings in Virginia. They had awards all over the fucking office. Okay, so I was working with some of the best. They took my case on when they didn't have to. I could be angry about what I didn't get. But I also have to remember to be fucking grateful for what I did get. And yes, they screwed up my pouch during my gallbladder surgery. Had they taken out my gallbladder, well then maybe, but they didn't. They didn't. And these things happen to me. But I can't do anything about it. I can learn, I can grow, and I can move on. That's all I can manage. I can just move on. Because there's nothing else that I can physically or mentally do besides punish myself. And that's what going over and over and over and over again in your head is, that broken record of, it's your fault. You should have had him, measure your intestines when you had the band put in. You should have known something was wrong. You should have known that you had that. Do you see that is an unhealthy way of thinking? That is an unhealthy way for me to be like, oh, well, had you only done that, then I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. I'm not going to be that person. So I wanted you guys to know how I felt. I wanted you guys to know that, you know, this too will pass. You will have complications. You will have issues that come up in your life. Things will suck. But you will get through it because you have lived 100% of your worst days and came through it. You've lived past them all. So I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.